Okay, for our distribute and combine notes, it's important to know that you always want to do distributive property first. That will be our first step. And then combining like terms second. It's sort of like the order of operations. So distributive property involves multiplication. Combining like terms involves addition and subtraction. You always want to multiply before you add or subtract. So let's look at number 1. Right away, some of us are going to think that we need to distribute this -2. However, if we were to read this, it's -2 minus this stuff. So there is a number hiding outside of here. We need to distribute that negative sign, or the -1. So we need to take care of the distributive property first to get rid of the parentheses. -1 times 8x is -8x. -1 times -3 is +3. Since we distributed that negative sign, we can get rid of our parentheses and drop everything else down. Minus 5x, and then this 2, and it is a -2. So you do not need to drop down this negative sign because we already distributed it. Now I go to step 2, which is combining my like terms. So I look here, I like to look for the variables. First, I see a -8x, and then a -5x. So let's rearrange those, -8x minus 5x. And I see left over a -2 plus 3. -2 plus 3. Many of you can skip this step where you are organizing things and can just go straight to combining. That is fine. -8 minus 5 is a -13x, and -2 plus 3 would be a +1. I can't combine these two because they're not like terms, so this is my final answer. Again, distributive property first, combining like terms second. Alright, next, number 2 here. So I see distributive property with my parentheses. I see a 1/4 outside that I'm going to be distributing or multiplying. 1/4 times 12. That just means 1/4 of 12. Or take 12 and cut it into fourths. So 1/4 of 12 is 3 because 12 divided by 4 is 3. Got my x with it. Same thing here. 1/4 times -8 will be negative because positive times negative is negative. 8 divided by 4 is 2. Now I'm done with distributive property, got rid of my parentheses, bring everything else down. Okay, I'm looking for my like terms. I see a +3x, -10x. From here you can do 3x minus 10x, or you can rearrange them to make sure you're correct, whatever you prefer. -2 plus 5. So now 3x minus 10x, the bigger number is negative, so my answer is going to be negative. I subtract and get 7. -2 plus 5, my bigger number is positive. My answer will be positive. I subtract and I get 3. Not like terms, can't combine them. Final answer. Alright, we're making a big jump here with number 3. Lots of parentheses, lots of steps. So first thing I notice is this fraction in here. I don't like fractions. I want to get rid of them. So let's split this into a fraction here. Where's my other pen? And +8 divided by 4. So I'm just splitting the fraction. Now we divide. 8x divided by 4. 8 divided by 4 is 2x. 8 divided by 4 is +2. No x this time. Now I have not yet distributed that 3, so I can't get rid of my parentheses. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy everything down. You could have taken care of a few things, but I want us to be safe that we do everything correctly. Now we do distributive property. I see this 3 on the outside. I'm going to multiply by everything in the parentheses. 3 times 2x is 6x. 3 times 2 is a +2. Now I see some parentheses here, so I'm thinking of doing distributive property. There's a +1 hiding on the outside. 1 times something is just something. So really, I mean, if it helps you, you can think of distributive property, but all we're going to do is just pull down what's in it. So 1 times negative x is negative x. 1 times 4 is 4. So I just got rid of my parentheses and pulled it down. I do see distributive property here again. Since there's no sign there, I know there's a multiplication sign hiding, and I have to distribute. Negative 4 times 2x is negative 8x. Negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. All right. Now I'm looking for my like terms. Let's start with our x as our variable term. 6x minus x. If it helps you to put the 1 there, do it. Negative 8x. I'm going to rearrange them. 6x minus 1x minus 8x. Next, I go to my constants. Plus 2 plus 4 minus 8 plus 2 plus 4 minus 8. Everything's beautifully organized now. I'm going to try to do this in one step. So let's think 6x minus 1x. 6 minus 1 is 5. 5 minus 8. Bigger number is negative. It's going to be negative 3x. Now let's kind of do this in one step. 2 plus 4. Positive 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 minus 8. Bigger number is negative. It's going to be negative 2. I cannot combine those because they aren't like terms. So that's my final answer. I simplified this giant ugly expression down into a simple 2-term expression. That's really cool.